next to him. I'm going to hand the floor over to Shanti in a minute. The Dime Store Small Press Idol event is underway. We're actually in the second phase officially now.
No, we're still in the first.
End of
it
March.
hasn't closed.
25th is the last day.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, my bad. The prizes for the contest is definitely worth the time and effort. It's a 4-book contract through Dime Store.
And a video game or video or website design.
So tell us, like, how's that going as far as, like, any feedback? Because we've got 2 people involved from 2 opposite sides of the spectrum. Shanti, let's have you go first, and then we'll kick you out of the room.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, the first round is based on judge's choice. It is popular vote after that, and its popular vote is 50%. The judges are the other 50%. It's great because you get a lot of feedback. However, I found that the populace oftentimes does not agree with the judges. In my work in particular, there are things that the popular, after the judges dropped it, they said that they really liked something that I had done where the judges were not as kind, and that I should leave it the way that it is and not listen to them. So it can be tough second-guessing who you try to please. I'm going to please the popular people because they're going to be the ones buying the book. And it's tough from that end of it because with the way that it's set up, it really makes you second guess yourself and your work. But it also makes you angry so you can do a really good job.
Shanti, could you tell us what the rules are for those of us that may not know what the... Are you looking at writers, or are you looking at artists, or are you looking at...
Both.
And what are the criteria for applying for this?
Well, each round has different criteria. The first round, the way it was described on the website, was that they wanted a sketch cover. Not a finished sketch cover, but a sketch cover design where it was rough so that they could get a basic idea for your appeal as well as a pitch for your story. Now, after I submitted and was able to see some of the other submissions, I discovered that really they want a finished sketch cover that's verging on ink. If you can use the excuse of, I only use CG, that works even better because then it's an ink, and they'll take that even better and be even nicer to you. However, after that, I didn't really get any feedback on my writing at all, so as far as that goes, I can't give you any advice.
What is it they're looking for?
They're looking for something that sparks an interest. They're looking for an original idea, or even if you're using an idea that is as well played out as time travel, an original take on a character or a design on the idea that hasn't really been put out there before.
Basically, it's like American Idol, but for comic books.
Exactly.
So if you can submit...
Are they allowing you to have creative control and rights over it?
Absolutely.
Yes. You have full rights on it. All they do is pay for your printing. You're also in charge of making sure that you get as many people as possible to see your work. And that's pretty cool, too, if you're good at networking.
Get everyone in a comic space to vote for it.
Well, right, exactly. Or have other methods, whatever they may be. However, I have found that being someone who's submitting, the rules are not crisp enough, in my opinion, where while it is said one way, I found that really in some of the cases they're looking for something else.
You know Ian's going to be watching this.
He can watch it all he wants. It would be better if there was more clarification other than a character design. Because my version of a character design is probably very different than what the judge is looking for, because it's the character's face as well as a pose. Not a pose of someone holding a gun or running across a room, but someone sitting there doing something they would normally do, where you go, "Hey Rem, how you doing?" And he looks at you, "What?" That's what my character would do. However, I know that's going to get bashed.
Now,
So,
I don't mean to cut... Go ahead.
I can answer that because last year I was in the competition and I understood it the same way that she did, where they're asking for a rough sketch for a cover. That's what I put up, and I got shot down quick.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even like, well, you know, we see potential because of what the sketch is showing. But most of the stuff that went through was more solid lines, more solid pencils,
finished work.
as opposed to saying, we want a rough sketch for a cover.
Is
I went by what
is that
I
why
read.
now every
Right.
time you do rough sketches, they're final pieces of
No. See, I stood away from that because of that. Because I've always been like that.
I think if you have a really solid idea and a really good pitch, and the style is there, and even if it's not finished, they may want to see how it develop. That's a possibility. There were some that actually made it through that were not finished tight. The majority of them were, and I think sometimes when you're in a competition, it's very aggressive, kind of cutthroat. You want to go above and beyond. You want to be the person that really takes it to the next level and sets the bar high. And I think that's what wasn't conveyed. If I can go back to what you were saying. Sorry.
Well, Keith Murphy is a judge for this competition, so he's able to look at it from an opposite side of the spectrum. Keith, as far as any input, as far as the judging, how's that going for you?
It's been pretty tough. Yeah, I think there's 20 some odd or more projects up there, and we've said no to at least 6 or 7 now. And I think some of them maybe, if they were just presented a little bit differently, could have easily gone through. But I can honestly say it's going to get more cutthroat or more bashing, I guess would be the word, as it goes, because it's going to, obviously only one person can win this, and it's going to get more detail-oriented and more specific. And,
Now, again, where do you go to? It's online.
DimeStoreProductions.com.
And I've got that website. I
I
can
have the
email it to you in a
website.
minute.
It's linked to the front page of the CAG site. There's a
Okay.
a logo.
And they're still taking applications for.
Yeah, to the 25th of March.
Cool. Might have to submit something.
But they are taking submissions of finished products, so if you're going to write something, make sure you have some artwork to go with it too. So they're
Okay.
looking for a book, an
Yeah.
indie press book to publish.
Yep. Okay.
Good, thanks.
Do they need artwork in the first round?
Yes.
They need artwork in the first round. Okay.
They need a cover concept to go along with your pitch.
Okay. So what if you don't have? I mean, if the artist doesn't have the writer doesn't have the artist.
Can't do it.
Can't do
You
it.
gotta have your own team.
You gotta have
Oh, that's exciting. Sorry, I was reacting to the TV.
All right, well, thanks for your input on that, both.